Fuck, what up?
Trucking out the box. Trucking out the box. I've been trucking out the box. I've been trucking out the box. They be asking me all the time how I get the guap. I've been trucking out the box. Yeah, trucking out the box. I've been trucking out the box. I've been trucking out the box. We can come bring it to you. How much cake do you got? Load them up, then hit the road. We probably pass your block. Now we got legal weight when we pass the cops. Starting up companies, trying to motivate the trenches. Now unless you be spending money, you can't be in my business. I'm on the road right now. I'ma hit you when I'm finished. What I'm making, you can spend it in a year. I'm really gritty. I stayed down, they didn't listen. You can get to the top, my dog, it just take a minute. If it's some cake involved, then most likely we be in it. They gon' try to tag along cause they see that we winning. Brody pulling out the lot, and he got a load, about to hit that road truck out the box. If you hit that number, we gon' pull up to your spot. They bring them in, we hit that road, let's get this guap. Trucking out the box. Trucking out the box. I've been trucking out the box. I've been trucking out the box. They be asking me all the time how I get the guap. I've been trucking out the box. Yeah, trucking out the box. I've been trucking out the box.
Fuck, what up?
We in here. What's up with it, y'all?
What's up, y'all?
What's up, YouTube? I know it's been a minute since we been back. Y'all been seeing we've been trucking out the box. We got a major topic for y'all today, too. So
Right.
I really hope y'all stay tuned. In the meantime, everybody drop y'all questions in the comments. I definitely want to know where y'all watching from. So drop y'all cities in the comments as well.
Yep.
Y'all see the title. We're going to talk about gross company net worth. And then we also going to talk about how you can make over $250,000 a year with one truck.
Yep.
So, like I said, in the meantime, I definitely want y'all to drop y'all questions. Everybody drop where y'all from. And we'll talk about that. But today, I really want to talk real numbers. I want to talk actual numbers. I want to talk facts. And, I want to talk basically, about how you can how your company could take off even with one truck. A lot of people don't have, multiple trucks, or a lot of people in the beginning when they starting off, they don't have a big fleet or, different things like that. But we still want to make money, right? We still want to hop in. We still want to definitely get to the bag and things like that. So I'm gonna let a few more people get in here, and then I'm gonna definitely take off. So I appreciate y'all patience.
Shout out to Alabama and Minnesota
Yeah,
in the house.
yeah.
Minnesota, though, I kind of miss Minnesota a little bit.
I miss Minnesota too. We did a lot of work out there.
Yeah.
We did Amazon when we was in Minnesota. We did it for quite some time. Desmond Jackson, nice intro. I'm coming from Birmingham. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Hey, my boy, I'm a tag. He the hottest rapper. He the hottest artist. He ain't just a rapper, but he the hottest artist in our city where we from. So for him to do that intro for us was a major blessing, and he knocked it right out. Real professional, real cool. So I appreciated him for that. Mm-hmm. Okay, we got Ahmad watching from Iowa. I hope I said your name right, man. Let me know. Watching from Iowa. Okay. I get about 10 more people in here, and I'm going to definitely attack this subject, man. We got a real... not only do we got a big topic to cover today, but we got a huge video dropping tomorrow and all next week. We got a lot of great things happening in August, that I can't wait to push out there to y'all. So I appreciate y'all being patient. I know we haven't been as active uploading, but, we're all about the quality of the content we give to y'all. And there's been a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on with the things that we've been doing. So, I just absolutely want to make sure of that. Okay, we got Albany, New York in here too.
New York, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So shout out to everybody dropping they city and state, and shout out to anybody. Like I said, if you got any questions while we talking, go ahead and drop them. Florida locked and loaded. Okay, shout out to Florida. I wonder how that market is. I mean, even with the with everything starting to pick up, I wonder is it like that in Florida too? Like with peak season coming up, I wonder is Florida picking up too or what? Okay, shout out to Chicago. Yeah, definitely major shout out. Okay, so yeah, let me tell y'all a little bit about what's going on. So I want to really give y'all some sauce on, like I said, how to make over $250,000 a year. So let me break it down to y'all like this. Okay, first off, I know having one truck, especially if you're starting off in an owner-operator standpoint, it can be a little difficult. It could be a little tiring. It could be a little exhausting. It could be a little frustrating, but you got to stay into it. Make sure y'all watch the video that me and her put together. It was 7 things that you need to know as an owner-operator. Yep. And if you follow those 7 things along with, a lot of other things out there that we talk about, especially in our content, then you'll definitely prepare yourself for success. I always advise people to get an advisor or get some type of consult or some type of mentor, whether it's us or whoever out there. I definitely think y'all should have that type of access and that type of handout from somebody that's actually in the game or that's been in the game or, whoever you guys can relate to. I highly advise that. I tell people that all the time. You want to make sure that your team around you, your mentor, the people you hire, your lifelong partner, your wife, your husband, your actual partners in the business and things like that. You want to make sure that the team around you is definitely well set and you got that base, right? To be able to do what you need to do. But as far as I'm gonna literally break it down from beginning to end. It's gonna be a short live because we definitely want to drop some content for y'all tomorrow. I know we went live at a different time today, so I want everybody to be able to click on it without having to wait too long for us to get to the sauce. So, how to make $250,000 with one truck? How to make over $250,000 with one truck? I'm gonna tell you right now. First off, hey Bose, I appreciate you hopping in here. Okay, first off, congratulations too. I think you said you got your truck or something like that. I forgot what you said, but congratulations on what you got going on with your journey too. But first off, obviously, part of those costs is it's going to be your truck process. Now, lately, you guys, it's been a major surplus, and it's been a major demand with very little supply when it's been coming to these rentals, especially in different areas, right? So they're going up on the price. Some people are going up on the price, whether it's $100 or whether it's a few $100, like how Ryder is doing right now, right?
And their cents going up too.
Yeah, I forget the cents per mile is going up too. We hollered at one rental account manager lately, and he was explaining to us how if you go over a certain, because they're doing mile caps now too, so they're saying if you go over a certain mileage, then your cents per mile change. So you might have, this is just example, you might have 500 a week, 10 cents a mile. But if you go over 1,400 miles a week, it jumps up to 30 cents a mile or something like that. Ridiculous. That's crazy, you guys. That's ridiculous. And part of your operation costs, especially when you're trying to get to the big bag, your operation cost is definitely a part of what we got going, and it's gonna be a part of how you able to get to the major bag. So I really want you guys to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
Also, on the road to trying to get a $250,000 a year is you guys need to really, aside from the operation costs and things like that and the equipment costs, you guys just really need to pay attention to your overall financial breakdown, period. Yeah. Right? Because the less you got going out, and everyone's operation costs and everyone's cost per mile that it takes to operate is different, y'all. I want y'all to understand that. So our costs and our operations might be different than you guys. And then we always want to maximize profit, right, y'all? I mean, come on, that's definitely a part of it. We want to always maximize profit. So I know y'all already know that. So a little bit of way how we did it and how we're averaging that is kind of the breakdown I'm going to give you guys. So obviously, like I said, you want to pay attention to how you acquire your truck. Right now, and how things are going right now, you do want to consider leasing.
Yep, leasing, buying. Like I said in our last video, a couple people have been getting theirs for like $20,000 and less. So if you see something like that, I'll hop on that immediately, especially with these rates being close to $700 a week, and all these sent them out. Like, that's not adding up, right?
It's not. And they telling us that Facebook Marketplace is a very, very good place.
Yeah.
You know, your local dealer, a friend, or if you see a truck in the area that's been parked for a while or something like that, see if you can get a steal, you know. But let's say maybe you do got to just drop the 40 and it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Then hopefully your credit is up to par for you to be able to get the truck with low money down. Or a way that we preach and a way that we are going leading into getting our semi is through a business loan from our bank branch, from our business bank that we deal with. So we've had a steady cash flow go in and not much coming out due to the way we set up our expenses. I've told you guys this. So what we recommend, let me tell y'all what I mean. A lot of people might not know what I mean. So we have multiple business accounts. I'll have one business account where cash flow is coming in, but I'll have another business account where we put our a lot of our startup like a safety net. We put an amount into this bank account, and so we got the expenses coming out, right? And so every once in a while we'll make a deposit in there to where it evens back out. But still, the main bank account where we have the flow coming into, it's looking like it's not much coming out. So the bank is automatically thinking like, okay, they're getting this, and they're just going up and up and up. So for instance, usually the going rate is about 20 to 40% down, or 20 to 40% of capital, rather it's your home, your car that you own. It could even be expensive clothes, jewelry, and like purses and stuff you ladies might have. Or like I said, it could just be cash capital too. If you got anywhere between 20 to 40% of what you're asking for, you're pretty much okay, especially with pretty good business credit and, like I said, a constant flow. So a way that you can go about getting that $40,000 truck and make maybe $800 payments or $1,000 payments or even less is getting a business loan, right? Because I believe when you get a commercial vehicle and you get it financed through one of these just financing companies, it's not like a regular vehicle. I believe you have to pay it shout out to Bubbles. That's pretty good. So, and I believe you have to pay it within 36 months. I believe it's 3 years. Sometimes you might be able to get it dragged out a little longer, but it's not like a typical car loan or something like that where you can stretch it 5+ years. It's just not like that with a commercial vehicle. So to be able to cut back, you can do it in those type of ways, right? So you're already not paying much for your truck. If you have an amazing rental rate and you got your rental account managers like how we do, we're grandfathered in, so we have set rates. So we're able to still be able to afford renting. But if it just doesn't make sense, then of course you don't want to do that, right? I mean, they're killing us in the game right now. They're upping the prices and they're making it, pretty much impossible to get that $250,000 a year off that one truck like you really want to get. So that's when you look into leasing. That's when you look into buying, and different options like that. So that's number one I wanted to address is getting a truck and making sure you're getting that for a pretty decent amount.
Another thing, when he was talking about bank loans and stuff, consider grants. Like they have grants for small businesses, minority businesses. So look into that stuff. I said this in a couple of our other videos as well. But definitely look into that. A grant, you don't got to pay that back. Who doesn't want free money for their business? So look into the grants and, like you said, the business loan from your bank.
Yeah, so that's yep. So do that, and then okay. So just getting further into the cost. My bad. Let me bring y'all back up in the chat. I can't see the chat. Okay, so yeah, getting further into the cost. Obviously, your next best thing is going to be insurance, right? I want to give a major shout out to the box truck couple too. We really like what they doing and how they doing it, and we've been in different communications, and I really like them because, not to toot our own horn when complimenting somebody else, but it seemed like we just give you like constant sauce, and they're willing to do it. So one thing I like about them is what the trucking game has given them, they ain't got no problem giving it right back. Same thing with us. What the trucking game giving us, we ain't got no problem giving it right back. So with the already hacks that we have, like for instance, I'm gonna give y'all some sauce. This is with Progressive. We always recommend Progressive and 3 by Berkshire Hathaway, right? So one thing with Progressive is if you already have Progressive, you can get thousands of dollars with the bundle, right? You can get that off. If you have what's it called, where you pay auto pay. If you have auto pay, which first off, if you don't pay your insurance, you're not gonna be active. So I don't know why you wouldn't have auto pay anyway. But if you have auto pay, you can save a lot of money. You can save thousands by doing that too. The last thing is if you have progressive, it's partnering up with your ELD.
Yep.
So
because that could save you from where, like, anywhere
5
from
to 18.
Yeah, 5 to 18%.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So
they monitor your driving with that. So basically, just like your braking habits and like hard turns, like them the only two that I've seen on there. I'm pretty sure they might do more, but mainly off the ELD, they check your braking and your turning habits. So, you know, as long as you're doing good on that, you ain't braking hard or hitting, turning the corner hard, then, you know, your savings will be really good.
right. And like I said, what the box truck couple turned us on to was a whole different type of finesse that you could partner with all that. So you do all that to get the jug, right? So when you're starting your insurance, payments, this is how you can do it to get a lower down payment. Cause a lot of people are like, man, 4,000 down, 3,000 down, 6,000 down. You know, we paid 3,800 down, stuff like that. So what you can do is make sure y'all paying attention. You can lower the value of the vehicle. So when they ask you what's the value of the vehicle and you just, starting off, you're not in the truck yet. Maybe you're going the rental route or you're just trying to get your authority active so you can keep rolling. Obviously, you don't want to do the insurance until 2 days before. I recommend 2 days before your authority goes active, right? Because who's trying to be paying for insurance with no truck? Nobody. So I recommend that you guys do, 2 days prior to. Lower the value of the vehicle. So let's say you get a VIN number from Penske, you get a VIN number from Ryder, Budget, whoever, or just, a truck that you seen riding past you ain't got the VIN. Value it at 10,000 or less, right? Value it at 10,000 or less. And yeah, it might be multiple drivers on there or whoever might be driving for your company or however you're breaking it down. But if there's somebody on there, whether it's you, your partner, whoever, and they have a little bit of a messed up driving record or somehow they just, make your insurance go up. For now, when you're starting off and you're just getting the down payment, just keep them off, right? And then y'all know that hack too. Obviously, put somebody that's older on your insurance with an amazing driving record. That way, also, you won't have to pay too much monthly either. So when you partner all of that, I'm gonna break it down again for y'all because this is the first thing I wanted to talk about was a truck. Now this second, because these are the two biggest costs per month that you're gonna have. So obviously the truck, you want to finesse that as best possible. If you're renting, you want to use Amazon, but if you just can't get through and you're not able to get that good rental rate, then think about leasing, think about buying. Get you a good deal, finesse that, how you can finesse that, get you some type of business loan or something like that, go that way. With insurance, you want to bundle it if you already have, I'm talking about Progressive first. You want to bundle it if you already have Progressive, bundle it with your regular, you're going to save thousands doing that. You want to do auto pay. I don't know why you wouldn't do auto pay anyway, but you want to do auto pay, you're going to save thousands doing that. You want to also do, you want to partner them up with your ELD. So you want to give them access to be able to track you through your ELD, just track your driving like she was telling you. That way, you don't have to worry about. Basically, you get 5 to 18% a discount doing that. And then, also you want to put somebody on your. It doesn't matter if they drive or not. You want to add someone onto your insurance who's older, has a lot of driving experience, but has an amazing driving record. They don't have to drive for your company. You just want to put them on there to jug, finesse the lower rate. And then also, like I said, you want to have you want to make sure that you have a lower value on the truck that you use. Make sure the value is pretty low, and then you want to take whoever off of your insurance. This is getting set up. You want to take whoever off of your insurance that's making it go up. So there's nothing wrong with being on the phone saying, getting all these different quotes. Hey, how much would it be with this? How much would it be with this person on? How much would it be with this person off? Okay, wait, now do us both on there. Figure it all the way out. Now, once you do that, obviously you're thinking like, okay, well, hold on. When I'm driving, I want my truck to be valued at a certain amount. I want this driver on there because they're going to be driving. So that's when you add them back on. So it's literally right after you get your down payment because they can't make you do another down payment. Yeah. It's a finesse, y'all. So they can't make you do another down payment, none of that. So then that's when you call back, when you about to hit the road, and you say, hey, this is the truck I'm actually going to be in. This is the VIN. This is the value of the VIN, 70,000, 75,000, 80,000. Oh, and can you put this person on there because they're the person that's going to be driving? Boom. The only thing that's going to go up is your monthly premium, right? Now, first off, when you're hiring a driver or even yourself, if it's yourself and you got to, make it work, especially for owner-operators, do what you got to do. But if you hiring a driver and they don't have an immaculate driving record and, I wouldn't even be putting them. Yeah, I wouldn't hire them anyway.
Yeah, don't even hire nobody like that. Make sure they got a clean driving record and everything, because I had one ticket from like a year and a half ago, which affected the insurance a lot. So y'all want to look out for that type of stuff.
Yeah, luckily, and that's, like I was saying. So when we got off the road, I was so glad that the box truck couple put me onto that hack, because it just saved us a lot of money. It saved us $1,000 a year. Our insurance went down from $1,800 a month to $1,200. It was like almost $1,900 a month, went all the way down to $1,200. So it was like, come on, man, and you got to be paying insurance. You can't play around with that. So I'm like, okay, it was perfect. So that's the insurance part of it. Those are the two we recommend, you guys. That's also in our course. We recommend Progressive and we recommend 3 by Berkshire Hathaway. Depending on the area you in, I've been here in Louisiana. I can't think of the other two, but there's a couple areas where the rates are just outrageous. You know what I'm saying? And if you're in a situation like that, then obviously you would outsource to, whatever, is popular in your area. That's for the low, obviously, right? Now, third, so we talked about, we talked about the truck, we talked about the insurance. Those are the two biggest costs. So now the cost that you're going to have is obviously factoring, dispatching, load boards. Them is the ones I can think of. Your ELD. What else, bag? That's what I could think of off the top of my head. So, and your fuel cards and things like that. So obviously we recommend, for factoring and fuel cards, we recommend RTS. Why do we recommend RTS? A number of reasons. Number one is the rate, obviously, right? We're getting a sweet rate, but it's not always about that. So it's not always about the rate. Number two, I would say it's because of the service and how personable they is. I've never had an issue reaching out to them. I've never had an issue emailing RTS. I've never had an issue with the one time we did have an issue with their app. They walked us through it. I called. I was kind of pissed off because we were going through Nevada. All you truckers out there that go through Nevada, y'all know, depending on, I feel like it don't matter which way you come in and out. Yeah.
Unless you're going through like Vegas or something, but there was nothing like, there was really nothing. We had to fill up like one time before. I don't know. It was just terrible, y'all. Nevada didn't have anything. They had a few small gas stations or whatever, but they didn't have like truck stops that we really needed to go to. Like half of the stuff that we seen was closed down anyways, because it was like some real old small towns. So I'm like, I never knew that type of stuff was in Nevada.
Yeah, but, so like when we was going through that situation, I was a little frustrated. I reached out to RTS and he's like, yeah, you're right. We're doing the app, da-da-da-da. So then he says, hey, you got your laptop. Luckily, of course, we always drive with our laptop. We also recommend that when y'all traveling out there, y'all got your laptop too. So we pull up the laptop. Now we're doing it on the computer, and it's coming up. It came up the right route, right? Mm-hmm. It ended up coming out the right route, and we were able to, navigate it appropriately. So and then what's crazy, right? He took our recommendation, and I guess a lot of people also were recommending that they fix that, and it was fixed almost immediately. So stuff like that, and then factoring. On the factoring side of it, with RTS, there was a time where we had did a load through TQL, right? We had did a load through TQL, and they had for some reason it wasn't going through. You was the one trying to upload it, right?
Yeah.
So tell them.
Okay, yeah. So we were picking up a load, we usually try to hurry up and send our other invoice over from the previous load so we could get that money right away. And I don't know what was going on with their app. I kept it wouldn't upload the pictures right or something. So I called the guy who handles our account, and he had me email him all of the screenshots, so the BOL and stuff like that. So I had to email him all those things, and then he manually entered everything in for us, and we were able to get our payment. It went through right away, didn't it?
Right away. He did a wire.
Yeah.
Instead of doing a ACH,
wire.
he did a courtesy wire. And I was like, and it was no question asked. It was no hassle, no nothing. And I was like, man, that's cool. So, and we've never had an issue with payment. And then I remember one time with our broker that you guys know from following our journey, we had a broker that they didn't factor. And for some reason, and I was so cool with the broker because he had his own trucking company. This wasn't like your average broker. He had his own trucking company, everything. So we were so cool with him. I was like, he basically kept guaranteeing, like, listen, payment ain't about to be no issue. I'll even pay you in cash after y'all drop the load off because my office is right by the drop-off location.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So we do the route, we get paid cash, and then I'm talking to him and we having the discussion. And I'm like, wow, hey, what's going on with you and RTS? They saying you don't pay. I'm like, I'm not experiencing this issue. So what's going on? So I ended up reaching out to RTS and I'm like, hey. So RTS, I didn't even know this was possible. RTS was saying like, hey, we can bump them up from a D to a C. That way they're factorable. So I'm like, man, that's cool. Like stuff like that. So he was like, okay, I'm going to push it up the ladder to these people and they going to see what's going on and we're going to see what we can do. Now, unfortunately, they weren't able to do that, but it was fine because we saved 2.75% anyway because we was able to get some paid cash, right? But I'm just saying, if you guys do deal with a broker, obviously, if they got an F, N, or I wouldn't even be calling anyway. I wouldn't even be trying to book the load. But if they got a D or something that's right there by a C, then, of course, you might be able to fight for them, see what's going on, seeing what the issue is. And that's what we did. Unfortunately, like I said, we wasn't able to make it happen, but just to see them really put that effort into it and trying to get that overturned and trying to get us our money through them because they want money too. Yeah. So knowing that, we was a new authority and these are the people we dealing with, I really liked how personal they was. So with, like I said, about the money, RTS, we get 2.75 factoring with a year agreement. And with our fuel card, we save over 12 cents per gallon at any Pilot Flying J, and then we save up to 50% 50 cents at different locations like Sonico, Shell. Where else we go?
It's a whole bunch of little truck stops. They have different names, so I can't remember all of them. But they have RTS, our partner. They're partnered with a lot of different truck stops. So yeah, like we were able to get I think 60 cents off one time.
And that was in Phoenix, I think, or something like that. It was lovely. And y'all know gas high right now.
I think we was on half a tank or something, but we had to take advantage of that. Yeah, we was like, let's go.
Yeah. So
let's go get that 60 cents real quick.
Yeah.
But they're partnered with many different travel stations that I never even heard of before. And they have amazing rates on gas, like what we are able to save with their fuel card.
Yeah, so just things like that. Again, that saves you money. That saves you, time, energy, and profit. Yep. So, definitely that. Now, let's talk about load boards, right? So, with load boards, we always recommend, DAT Trucker's Edge, and we recommend Truck Stop. Yep. Now, with DAT Trucker's Edge, we don't know too much about the app. We use the website. So, with DAT Trucker's Edge on the website, this is us, guys. We've found success with the cheapest version of the load board. I can't tell you guys how many times I do consultations and I sign people up for the mentorships, and while we're having a discussion, they're saying that they paying $150. Now I'm one of those type of people too, y'all, because I'm thinking like, hey, if you paying more, it's gotta be something, right? But when it came to these load boards, we did them on the fly, so we didn't really even research. We just kind of paid for the cheapest, and because it was the cheapest, paid for the cheapest, and we just wanted to test them out first to see what was going on, because this is around the time when we had a dispatcher. But after being on those load boards for a while, and the load boards give you account managers too, you guys. So after being on those load boards and having a discussion with the account managers for DAT, with the account manager for Truck Stop, and he broke down the differences between the 39, the 99, and the 150, I just didn't see it being worth me paying that much. Yeah. I really didn't. He told me that it was seconds, maybe a minute. Basically, the benefit is, first off, I think the 150 it's more designed for brokers and things like that, right? People who are brokering loads and stuff like that, or maybe dispatchers or something. I'm unsure. But then I remember he was telling me, for us being owner operators, he said how we could benefit the most off of it would be from being able to see those LTL loads before other people.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to see it seconds, maybe a minute before someone else. Now he's telling me, he's like, now you might be thinking of seconds, a minute. Oh, it's not much. It's not a lot of time and this, that, and the third. And then that's when he broke down. He said, hey, it's not a lot of time. However, those LTL loads go quick like that. So I kind of thought about it. I was like, yeah, you're right. But I just thought about how we have been doing up to this point. This is when we was in Texas.
Yeah, we was already 20,000
like a month in. Yeah, so I'm like, you know what? We've been doing good. We ain't had no issues. So we stick with the $39. And we haven't had no problems, you guys. We haven't had any issues paying $39 a month for those load boards. Mm-hmm. Now, I could understand, if you want to pay $300 for 2 load boards, that's on you. We pay $80. We paid less than $80. We paid $39 for DAT Truckers Edge, and we paid $39 for Truck Stop. We partnered that. Those are the 2 load boards where we got all of our, with a couple other load boards. You can use TQLs. They have a public load board, but you're not really going to find too much on that load board.
A lot of these free load boards, it's not really up to date. Like, I forgot which company it was, but I was looking at their free load board, and they stuff was from, like, last year on there. I'm like, what is y'all doing? Like, why would y'all tell me to come here and ain't nothing updated? So y'all can do that if y'all want, but I wouldn't recommend using the free load boards because a lot of them don't really be updated like that.
Right. And then on the DAT, I know for sure you're getting a lot of overflow. So you're getting a lot of Schneider overflow. You're getting a lot of JBL overflow. You're getting a lot of, just overflow. It's just like the Amazon load board. When you're on the actual load board, that's just overflow from people who didn't do posted truck or, early access. So it's the same thing with the load board. So with cost, I recommend the $39, but to each his own. Whatever you feel like is making you win, or if you seen a difference and you did the 2, man, drop a comment. Let me know, if it's something I'm missing that we didn't get to see. But we had no issues booking loads paying $39 a month. No. You're not seeing nothing. We didn't see nothing different in the upgrade with us, Mm-hmm. Next up for expenses is, I would say, your ELD, The ELD that we use is Keep Trucking. We also got a jug through Keep Trucking, so if you contact Keep Trucking, my boy Alton Bryce, or Alton, I think that's his name. Bryce, my boy Alton Bryce over at Keep Trucking, he gives us a jug. So even if you contact them, if you contact Keep Trucking just by yourself, not mentioning any channel, you get a certain type of they usually have promotions and stuff going on right now. But what they're doing for anybody who calls and mentions Trucking Out the Box, they're doing something where you either pay for the equipment and you get 6 months free. Mm-hmm. That's crazy, right? You pay the equipment, you get 6 months free just by mentioning Trucking Out the Box. I'm gonna leave his contact information in the comments too. So if y'all want him, I'm gonna put y'all on that. But stuff like that, that's what I mean. Expenses and overhead. We paid $80. The deal that we had got was we got free equipment. It was a reversal. So basically, so you guys get, I think we got the ELD and the camera. So right now I'm quoting the ELD camera. So for the ELD camera, I think it's $400, $450, right? I think it's $480 or something like that, $450. So we paid zero down, and then we pay $80 a month. So we're gonna pay $480, I think, over a 6 month span. The deal they're offering right now is you pay the $450 up front, pay $0 a month. So it's basically the same, but it's up to you. Now, if you just want the ELD and you don't want the camera, I think you still get anywhere between $100 and $150 off just by mentioning Trucking Out the Box. So you're still getting a jug, right? Now, let me just talk about that for a quick second. The camera, why we got the camera. It's not a backup camera, it's a front camera. It's the camera you put on the front that faces the road as you're driving. Why did we get that? This is our brand new company. We never had a company before. The last thing I need is me hitting somebody or her hitting somebody jumping out in front of the truck, and it's actually not our fault, but we ain't have the camera, and next thing you know, my company in the hole, we just got started.
It's just for safety reasons. Like, anything could happen, and you have that. If anything was to happen, you got the camera to go back and look. You got the proof right there. And then with the ELD, it takes pictures and everything, so you have all that in your ELD app. You always, it's just a safety thing, and it's benefiting your company. Because what if something, like he said, if something was to happen, you ain't got it, you can't prove it or nothing, and if something was, like, if somebody did something to your truck, you don't know who did it, what happened, because you don't got that camera. So we had that camera. It did justice for us, and like I said, it takes pictures to record, and you could see everything from your phone.
Yep. So that's how we use it, and I love it. I mean, especially if you plan on hiring a driver. Now, if you're going to be out there by yourself, you're like, nah, I drive good, I don't need it, that's extra bill. I feel you, you feel me? But anything can happen. But if you hiring a driver and you got them going pushing the road, I definitely advise you get the camera, because you want to protect you. You want to protect your company. You know, your driver, you might fire him, whatever, but you want to at least protect what might come in the aftermath by having the camera, right? So, like I said, those are the pretty much our expenses that I could think of is the insurance. We don't have a truck note right now because we don't have the truck. That's another benefit of renting. Whenever you want to take a break or you want to expand your company or you want to hire somebody or whatever, you're not necessarily gonna be dealing with that. Like I said, insurance, truck payment, factoring, fuel card, ELD, and load boards, right? Okay, so let's talk about income. That's pretty much a lot of the outcome. Let's talk about some of the income. Obviously, loads. So how we found the most success in booking loads was with DAT and truck stop. With DAT and truck stop, we booked 100% of our loads besides Amazon. So DAT, truck stop, Amazon. Now with DAT, truck stop, and Amazon, we averaged over $22,000 a month. If you take away Amazon and we just went over the road, when we did Amazon, when we did over the road and we just did, dealing with DAT, dealing with truck stop, we would have averaged out, I wrote it down, I think it was $26,000 a month. Oh, I'm sorry. It was $28,501 a month, right? $28,501. There's a new a guy on YouTube. I can't think of his channel, man. Forgive me. But he just went on a 32-day grind.
I think it's Box Truck Bros or something.
Yeah, something like that. Young guy. I think it's two of them, but he's been on the one in the truck lately, and he just talked about how basically they made a band a day, which is average. That's crazy. That's exactly what we be talking about to y'all in the videos. You can make a band a day going over the road. Your expenses are going to change as far as fuel and things like that, but you're going to get more money. So if you're averaging a band a day, or let's say a little less, like I said, let's say you're averaging $28,501 a month, because you're not doing Amazon, you're going straight over the road, which is still $7,000 a week, 4 weeks in a month. So it's still, basically almost a band a day. But if you're able to average them type of numbers, even if you're only able to take home 20 to 30%, a lot of people only take on 20, 30% because of the type of loads they take and because of the type of outcome as far as they overhead and things like that. Now us, and it's crazy because Box Truck Bros said the same thing. We were able to net over 50%. You guys, that's amazing. That's if you're doing something. But I'm telling you, don't be discouraged. If you get 20 to 30%, you still need to feel good. Anything over that, you need to be patting yourself on the back because you did a great job. You did something right. You saved on hotel costs. I know Box Truck Bros, he talks about, and what's the African name? Your African boy, I can't think of. Lovers of Engines. Yeah, they talk about sleeping in the truck and things like that. That's not something that we talk about publicly over our YouTube platform because that is illegal and DOT advises against that, and I think you can go out of service for stuff like that. But those guys are saving a lot of money by doing things like that. So they're cutting back on hotel costs and they're cutting back on all that type of stuff, and that saves them a lot of money, right? So, and then, having a fuel card and things like that is saving you on fuel. Having a factoring company is saving you the time of waiting 30 days and not having to pay 5% for quick pay. Because what these brokers will do is, if they bad brokers, they'll offer you a quick pay and you'll take it. Because you're thinking like, shit, I'm a new authority. Yeah, my factoring company don't factor them, but this is a good paying load. I need this money. So they're going to smack you. They're going to be like, all right, well, we'll do quick pay. Give us 5%, bro. That's high. You might be thinking, I need it. I got to da-da-da. I get it, you guys, but that's tough. You know what I'm saying? That's a pretty high amount.
Yeah.
Now, as far as, a good broker, they offer quick pay too. But if they're a good broker, you should already have a factoring company and you should be getting it factored for cheaper through your factoring company. If you don't have a factoring company, with some people to each his own, that's on you, and you just want to do these quick pays and stuff like that, you're still paying more anyway. So I don't understand why you're doing that, right? So it just doesn't add up to us. So a lot of people, like I said, they save money doing these different things. We saved money on food by when we did stop at a hotel. Y'all know how we do, man. We grabbed a lot of different breakfasts. We grabbed a lot of grab and go food. We grabbed a lot of juices and stuff like that. I think the box truck couple, I think they pack lunch. I can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they pack a lunch and things like that. So they're making homemade food and then bringing it over the road. Come on, man. That's smart. You're not spending no money. Yeah. You got to think about all this stuff, you guys, because we trying to get all the way there. And if you got one truck or if you got one driver and things like that, then you're going to win. That's another way to cut back on costs. If you don't want to hire a driver right away, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. If you want to be owner, that's how we started. We started off as owner operators. We both hopped in a truck ourselves. Mm-hmm. So with hopping in a truck yourself, you're cutting back because you're not having to pay a driver. You ain't even got to pay yourself. I still to this day haven't paid myself for my trucking company. On God. So that's the benefit of it. However, now if you hire a driver,
you got to pay him.
Yeah, you got to pay him, but you shouldn't be being lazy. You should be at home dispatching that driver, and you should be doing something else that's getting you money. You need to be dispatching. You need to be doing something on the side, hustling, garage sales, something. You need to be doing something on the side that's getting you money, taking advantage of your channel. You need to be doing something, right? That's making it make sense. I just seen, again, I'm going to bring up the box truck couple. I just seen their latest video on how they got a contract. So they got a contract, and I remember there was a part in the video where Miss Christie has said her husband got to go get back. They ain't taking a load back because they got to get back to Atlanta to get back to a whole nother bag or something that he got going on the side. Mm-hmm. That's so smart. So I seen some people in the comments, oh my God, he should not do this on the side and then no, he getting bread. You can't tell another man how to get cheese. Now what they could do is, which I'm sure they eventually gonna get to, but let them get the experience. But what they could do is they can be at home, especially since they got a dedicated route. Yeah. They can hire a driver, have him do the dedicated route, and then they do their little, because I know Miss Christie got a lot going on with her other page, and she has different sources of income, and then she made it apparent he does too. So by them hiring a driver, especially with them amazing rates they got, they can finesse and get that en route with him, or even add dispatching to what they got going on, and then dispatch them on the way back from what they got, because they almost getting about $4 a mile. So when you got a dedicated route, if you getting $4 a mile, you're still averaging $2 a mile coming back. That's amazing. So if you got $4 a mile, that's what you want to fight for with a dedicated route that's taking you all the way to Timbuktu, far away from your house. So if you got a route that's going from your house, that's why when you're on postal truck, you do $4 a mile plus, right? Because if it takes you here, you want to get paid to come back too. You want to average $2 a mile there, $2 a mile back. So you want to get $4 a mile. So if you got a $4 a mile route going from Georgia to California, that's what, 8 bands? Off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure that's 8 bands. So think about that. You can go to Georgia, drop off in California. You could either get a load coming back or not. Either way, you getting paid. Mm-hmm. Shit, it's lovely. So when you got that type of a route and you got that type of connection and resource as far as getting the cheese, then you really putting yourself in a situation to win. So I wouldn't be surprised if y'all watch their channel and out of nowhere they talking about how they hired a driver to take care of that dedicated route, because they got some smart. That'll be, you know what I'm saying, because they got so much other sources of revenue coming in. So it's like a win-win, y'all. It really is. So or even a video about them getting another truck or something. Because it was another part in that video too where they said something about, they asked how many trucks they got, and they said 1. But they still got the rental account from when they put the truck up ASAP, but they still got the rental account from when they was renting through budget. So shit, it ain't nothing for them to call up their cousins or they their nieces in that one video? It ain't nothing for them how they been having their nieces on, training their nieces, which is so smart, keeping it in the fam, going to go rent a couple more trucks, putting their nieces in them trucks, now they own. They got three dedicated routes. They going the same way, coming right back. Come on, man. While they sitting at home, ain't doing nothing but dispatching, doing their side hustles that they already got going on, and growing their company. That's how you win, y'all. That's how you really, really eat. So when you try to grow your company just with one truck and you trying to get about $250,000 a year, all you got to average is about 20,000. 20 times 12 is 240. So all you got to do is average 20,000 gross. Now, if you going over the road the whole time, you're pretty much, I'm telling you, especially with good routes, you're pretty much gonna do about 28 to 30 to 31. You know what I'm saying? So when you averaging about 28 to 31, then that's when you getting the $342,000 a year. Now out of that $342,000 a year, even if you cut that in half, let's say you only getting half of that. Come on, now your company net worth is over $100,000. You making $171,000 a year with one truck. Come on, man, that's cheese. That's cheese. Even if you knock some of that cheese down because you like, oh, that sounds like a lot, but I don't want to go over the road the whole year. Then you just take a little bit of that and you pay it to your you take a percent of that and you pay it to a driver and you have him do it. Yep. Come on, y'all. So it's real. I'm not gonna say easy, but if you breaking it down fundamentally and you getting your costs right and you really dedicated to getting your company all the way off the ground, then that can be done. With one truck, and we talking about a box truck, not one semi. One semi, come on, man. Ain't no telling how. When I see semi loads still to this day, I damn near get turned on because it be damn near $7,000 to $10,000 a load, and all you need about it is two of them. Let's say me and her, we both had our CDLs, and we was doing what they call a team driving, and we was able to get two of them loads a week. Now we talking about $14,000 to $20,000 a week. Come on, man, stop playing. That's cheese. That's what box. I can't wait for it either. That's what box trucks is making in 1 month. So come on now. So it's a lot of bread out there. And if your company, back to the bank loan, because ain't nothing wrong with going through a financial institution, and you definitely want to get grants, regardless what kind of loan you get. You need to definitely apply for grants, especially if y'all black, and especially if you're a woman. You got unlimited access to different grants and things like that. Mm-hmm. It's really double because with you being black and a woman, you just gonna win. Yeah. Government contracts is a big thing too. I got a lot of people that I've done consultations with and got them over the course and things like that, and they've shared information back with me about contracts, about how to get a truck for the low, and so it's resources, y'all, and networking. And that's one of the main big things that we pride ourselves on is relationships. Again, back to my favorite couple out there, box truck couple. Now, how y'all think they got the dedicated road? Use your head. She said it on the thing. She said, I was proactive. She was talking about how she reached out to them. She backdoored Landstar, reached out to them, and was able to get it done. She said it took some time. It took some dedication. It took a lot of hard work, but it got done. That's the goal, y'all. Come on. The goal is to get that dedicated freight. The goal is to get that contract. Because it's less work and less hassle. Right. I know they feel good as hell. Ain't got to get on the load boards every day.
Right. And what was they was getting $4, maybe close to $6 a mile doing them tire runs. So they for real winning. You know what I'm saying? So now and like I said, that's the goal, y'all. That's what we want to get to. I don't want this video to be too long. Go about 8 more minutes of sauce with y'all. I'm gonna answer some of these questions in the comments as well. I hope everybody hitting that like button too. We have so much. We're gonna overflood y'all with footage this month. Literally in the morning. We're gonna make it. I'm gonna try to get it out tomorrow too. I'm gonna try to get every video out the same day. If not, then everything will just be backlogged one day. But tomorrow will be our first day going to our CDL class. We've been getting funded the whole time, and we've been studying the manual, so that way it's almost like a cheat code when we go, because when you guys take the school, when you guys go to the CDL school, if you guys already have your permit, you don't have to go for that long and things like that. So when you're getting funded, it takes a little while, and but once you get funded, I mean, I don't care how long it took, we were able to save $11,000. Save $5,500 with me, $5,500 with her. We're going for all endorsements. Yep. We're training on a manual. We don't want no restrictions. What's it called? Hazmat, everything. Every class. So I can't wait for that. So we're gonna have like a vlog type episode type thing going there. We're gonna show you guys all kind of stuff. We're gonna take as much footage as we can as they let us. And I'm looking forward to y'all watching that. We're also gonna be training our first new hire. I got a reservation tomorrow to pick up our truck from Ryder, because I couldn't get one. Y'all, look how Budget did. That's my guy, man. I love my Budget rental account manager, and he really went to bat for me to get a truck. But the area we in, it's just so hard to get a truck. Yeah. And he had a truck. He was like, man,
I got you. I skipped you 20 people, man.
We was hyped.
Yeah, I was like, all right, bet. I just had got back from vacation. He like, yeah, man, I skipped you 20 people, and you go pick up your truck Monday. Da da da. I get the email. They send me the confirmation. Everything good. Then the inventory manager, he hit us right back like, hey, sorry about that. I wasn't able to do it. I'm like, hey, what happened? Why the truck break down? So they was picking up the truck from the shop. It had a lift gate and everything too. They picking up the truck from the shop. They driving it back to the location, the truck break down. I said, oh my gosh. He said, yeah, they gonna take it back to the shop, figure it out. I called back the next day like, all right, what's going on? He like, yeah, the shop couldn't fix it. They had to take it to the dealer. I'm like, oh man. So I start calling around my rider guy. My rider guy telling me like, man, since you got such a smooth rate, because I still got 410 cents with rider. So he telling me like, listen, your rate's so smooth, I can book you the reservation, but I don't know that you need to be proactive and call the local branch and get a familiarity thing going with them, because if they see your reservation with these low rates, they're not gonna give it to you when they got somebody else willing to pay $6.50, 30 cents amount. I'm like, yeah, you right. That's smart. So I was like, all right, I called a few people. I called this one dude, Rick. He was cool. The other lady, I think her name was Lorena. I called her. She was cool. Lorena Bingo, we got in there. I like how she was operating. So I called her. She was like, okay, yeah, we might can get you in this Friday. Da-da-da. I'm like, all right, bet. And she called me. She's like, well, it's getting late. They still haven't brought it back. So let's aim for Monday. We'll do Monday. I got your reservation. So she made me a reservation. I got a reservation number, everything. I go pick up the truck tomorrow. And it's crazy, y'all. The truck is 3 hours away, but I don't mind traveling. I'm going to go get that. And
go without me though.
Right. And so, we going to do that. So we're really expanding our company, and this is crazy. I got to get my equipment at the top of next week. I'm gonna wait till my business credit card restart, and then I'm gonna go get our business equipment next week at the top of the week. And so that's what we got going on, man. Tomorrow we start our first day of actual CDL school. Tomorrow we also go pick up our truck to hire our new hire. I'll be training him for about a week or two, and then he's gonna do everything on his own. And then like I said, after that first week I'm training him, I'm gonna go when I know it's locked in and he's gonna be working for me. Then I'm gonna go get my equipment and set up my desk office area space to where I feel comfortable with dispatching him. And as long as I'm dispatching him okay and everything is going good, then that's when I'm going to open the floodgates to dispatch you all. And not only will I be dispatching new authorities for only 10%, I'm going to be dispatching new authorities off my authority. So let me explain what that means. So what that means is you're going to have to be running under your own company. That you're not running under my authority, but I'm going to book the load under my authority. So that way, even though you're a new authority, I got access to more brokers than you do because I'm over 90 days. I think I'm at 4 months now. So with me having, 120-day authority, I got more access to loads than you do. So I'm going to make it to where you win. I'm going to make it to where you getting, $2 plus a mile to where my 10% doesn't affect you still eating. So you should still, even after paying me and factoring, you should still be getting $1.80 plus per mile with the resources and the team that I put together for y'all. So I can't wait, man. I'm very excited. I can't wait to announce everything. We're on the road to 10K, you guys. As soon as we hit 10K, that's when we're going to also start our memberships on YouTube. Instead of a Patreon, we're just going to do the membership on YouTube and see how that goes. And yeah, I'm very excited. So I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate everybody out there. We got some real big thing plans. My apologies, y'all, for how July went. I know we didn't upload a lot of footage for y'all. I know we didn't get on the YouTube too much, but I'm gonna show y'all why in August, and that's my word. I'm gonna show y'all why we were so busy, and I'm gonna show y'all why we was doing what we was doing. So, any final words for him, baby?
No, thank y'all for supporting us and following along on this journey with us. And yeah, if y'all haven't subscribed and y'all watching, subscribe, hit that bell. We will leave the comments and everything up from this live. So, and then also if y'all have any questions or if y'all seriously interested in whatever we have to offer, just hit us in the email. We'll respond ASAP. And yeah, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in with us today.
Really appreciate y'all. I'm going to leave y'all with the intro. I want all 60 y'all to listen to this intro. It's fire. My man's made it. Like she said, if y'all need anything, y'all hit that email on the screen. Serious inquiries only. Y'all, we busy. We back. We better than ever.
Updating too.
Yeah. Everything.
New banner, new logo, new intro song.
Yeah. So I'm so excited to show y'all everything we've been doing, y'all. I mean, I feel good, man. It feels good to have my company off the ground. Like I said, man, if y'all want to average, you know what I'm saying, $250,000 or more a year just with one truck, man, just rewind this video, man. It's only an hour long. Like I said, work on your costs. The two biggest costs is going to be insurance. It's going to be y'all truck payment. The only other things we're paying for other than that is RTS, factoring fuel services, Keep Trucking, ELD system, and our and the load boards. We got the cheapest load boards, y'all. We winning with the cheapest load boards. It don't take much. And yeah, I recommend going over the road so you can average about a band a day. Other truckers are doing it. Other channels are doing it. They're putting it out there for y'all so it can be done. The numbers will be cut in half, I would say, if you're doing Amazon. With Amazon, you should still be able to profit at least 10 bands a week, right? I mean, I'm sorry, 10 bands a month.
But even with Amazon, though, if you get your score up good enough, you could do the day and nighttime loads.
Yes.
So that's like putting you at close to a band. Well, it could be, depending on what the rate is for that. So you could still probably do a band a day on Amazon if you are able to do two loads a day. So like the morning, and then they have some in the afternoon. I believe we did one before too. So they have some in the afternoon and then like early morning.
Yeah, so yeah, man, and yeah, that's pretty much everything. I was gonna give y'all the screen, but I think I'm gonna stay in here while we run the intro. I want everybody in the comments right now, tell me how y'all like the intro. I'm about to cut the mic and run the intro. Let me know how y'all like this.
Trucking out the box. Trucking out the box. I've been trucking out the box. I've been trucking out the box. They be asking me all the time how I get the guap. I've been trucking out the box. Yeah, trucking out the box. I've been trucking out the box. I've been trucking out the box. We can come bring it to you. How much cake do you got? Load them up, then hit the road. We probably pass your block. Now we got legal weight when we pass the cops. Starting up companies, trying to motivate the trenches. Now unless you be spending money, you can't be in my business. I'm on the road right now. I'ma hit you when I'm finished. What I'm making, you can spend it in a year. I'm really gritty. I stayed down, they didn't listen. You can get to the top, my dog, it just take a minute. If it's some cake involved, then most likely we be in it. They gon' try to tag along cause they see that we winning. Brody pulling out the lot, and he got a load, about to hit that road truck out the box. If you hit that number, we gon' pull up to your spot. They bring them in, we hit that road, let's get this guap. Trucking out the box. Trucking out the box. I've been trucking out the box. I've been trucking out the box. They be asking me all the time how I get the guap. I've been trucking out the box. Yeah, trucking out the box. I've been trucking out the box.